Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wispin here, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at Mawile and trying to get the very best Mawile for our team. So before we jump into all of that, I just want to say, if you guys have never played on my server, or if you have played on it a really long time ago and never checked it out again, I definitely recommend it. We have changed up a lot of things over the last few weeks, and if you want to join, the IP is Pokecentral.org. There's actually over 200 players currently online. When you join, you'll get in the hub, and you can actually choose between playing on the Gold, Silver, Crystal, or Hoenn Adventure servers. These three servers are pretty much all the same. They're just survival servers, so you can decide how many players are online. It's actually a pretty good difference here, so 80, 60, or 40. So if you prefer less players, jump on Crystal. If you prefer more, jump on Gold. And if you want to have an adventure, jump on Hoenn. And of course, links down in the description for everything that you'll need to get on the server. So of course, we are going to be using Mega Mawile. We're not actually just going to be using Mawile. I feel like using Mawile really isn't going to work out that great for us, but the Mega form is pretty decent, so that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. We already have a Mawile, which we bought off a player in a previous episode, so we got that down, and now what we really need to focus on is getting the correct IVs. Nature's really important. We're definitely going to have to figure that out. Ability, not really that important. I would prefer Intimidate on it. And I just want to say, before we get any further into this video, big thank you to Blazing Fox, who helped me figure out the moveset and the setup for this Mawile, as well as the rest of my Pokemon. He's a whole lot better at the game than I am, and I would have no idea what I was doing, so thank you to him. That's kind of how I know what's good to put on it. And I also want to say is there is plenty of different movesets and different setups that you can use for any Pokemon. So if you have any really good Mawile or Mega Mawile setups, leave them down in the comments and I will take a look at those as well. And other players can do that as well if they want a different setup from what I'm using. It's always good to have multiple options, so your opponents don't know exactly what to expect when jumping into battle with you. So luckily this is a female Mawile, and I need to go ahead and jump into my daycare here and take a look. We have our, let's just grab both our eggs. So we have an egg for that, and we have an egg for our Nidoking. I think we're gonna need this Ditto here. He has 31 attack and 31 speed, and he's Jolly Nature, which isn't what we want. We actually want Adamant, but those IVs are looking pretty good. So we're gonna take, actually, wait, we can leave him in there. We'll just take Nidoking out. So confirm that, and we'll go ahead and toss this Mawile in here. Now I'm thinking, all right, that's not important. I'm trying to think if there's anything that we need to put on it in terms of held items, and I think what we're actually gonna do is take both of them out and head on home real quick so that we can put a couple of power items on them. So this may or may not work the way that I want it to, but I basically just want to pass down attack and I want to pass down speed. So what we're going to do is we're going to put attack on Ditto, speed on Mawile, and hopefully that'll pass them both down from Ditto. I think it is still random, so we have a chance, but if we pass them both down, we'll have a 31 attack, 31 speed Mawile. And speed kind of sucks on Mawile, but Ditto has 31 speed, so that's why we're going for it. Mawile is very slow. Could also try and pass down HP. Yeah. Now that I think about it, speed's really not going to matter at all. I mean, I guess it's kind of important to try and have max just in case. We'll just go with it. We'll just go with this for now. And we'll see if we can even get an egg in time, because I need to get this video up today. So I can't really be waiting for hours and hours on eggs. So we're really just going to have to go with the first egg we get. But while we're waiting on that, let's take a look at these two eggs. So Ivy's 2. That's going to be our fletchling egg. Not really great. And Ivy's 3. This is the one that we got from the Ditto Nidoking. Also really not that great. 31 defense and 31 special attack is okay, but the rest of the IVs are looking pretty bad. So we're going to toss both these straight into the trash. So I don't know what you guys were complaining about. I just got an egg out of the daycare in like maybe 5-6 minutes. So let's go ahead and just take this thing out of here and see what did we get. IVs number 2. We passed down the attack, but we passed down the wrong speed. Okay. And the rest of the IVs are just terrible. Like, really bad. We're going to have to wait for one more egg. Hopefully it comes pretty soon. And hopefully it's a little bit better than this one. And then we can work from there. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I don't really have time to go ahead and breed 100% IV Mawile. I could definitely do that, and I could get one. I've done it in the past in videos. It just takes a really long time, especially that going from like 95 to 100% really does take the longest. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is just wait for one more egg, and if it's a little bit better, we'll just go from there. We'll use that one, and we'll work on it probably a little bit in the Pokey Designer. Now, I know that not everyone really can use the Pokey Designer, and I would definitely do it without using the Pokey Designer. The only issue is I have to upload these videos every single day, and I don't have time to breed for like 48 hours. But going forward in the future, what I'm probably going to try to do is work on these videos a few days in advance so that I can work on them over time. And that way I can put up other videos doing other things here on the server while I'm working on one of these and just not really show the Pokemon that I'm working on until its video goes live. And that way I can spend a whole week actually doing the breeding process and all of that different stuff. And I don't have to go ahead and like use the Pokey Designer for anything, which I think would be a whole lot more fun and a whole lot more fun to watch. So this is absolutely crazy. I was not expecting it at all. I used /hatch to open up this egg because I wanted to just see the nature on the Poke. It's adamant. I don't even, like, I wouldn't fake that because I could literally just use the Pokey Designer to go ahead and switch it over. But we got an adamant Mawile. You know what? I think I'm going to use this one. And the reason is because it's adamant nature. That's a 1 out of 25 chance that it was going to be adamant nature there, because neither of our Pokemon that are in the daycare right now, I don't believe either of them are adamant nature. At least, I don't think. This one's Jolly, this one's Bold. Yeah, neither were adamant. So that's a 1 in 25 chance. It's got to mean something. So I think this is the Mawile that we're actually going to go ahead and stick with. We are going to have to use the Pokey Designer for the IVs just to fix them up a little bit. They are looking pretty rough. But other than that, we already got the right nature. So let's go ahead and just check out the Pokey Designer. We'll change up some things, and then we got to get into Eevee training and Moveset, which we are going to be doing. Hopefully they won't be too difficult, because I think a lot of these moves he either just learns from leveling up or a TM, which is fairly easy to figure out. It's when you get into the move tutors that you run into some problems. All right, so moving into the Pokey Designer, here we go. All right, so IVs and EVs, we already have maxed out attack, which is great. That's the one that we really needed to focus on. But we really do need to max out pretty much all of our defense, because Mawile is very, very slow. He's going to be taking some hits, and he needs to have the highest stats possible. So we're just going to go ahead and cap everything. I know it's a little bit cheaty, but I just got to do it just because normally I would leave like well, actually we don't need to waste gems on special attack. So, and it was at 4 special attack. So I'm going to go ahead and switch that down to 4. And that'll actually save us a ton. So there we go. And moving along to some other things. We don't need to make them shiny. So I am going to actually change the ability over to Intimidate. It's not really much of a change. I don't think it's important. We're never really going to be using him in his basic form anyways, so it doesn't really matter that much. Gender's fine. Pokeball, we're going to switch him on over into a Premier Ball, of course. Form, we can't change. Growth, that's fine. And Nature, he's actually already adamant, so that's actually all we needed to change, was just boosting the IVs by a bit, which we could do the same thing just by going ahead and breeding a little bit more. Speaking of which, do we have any more eggs? Nope, still no more eggs. But there we go. We have a decent IVs. Mawile now, he's pretty much perfect. He has 4 special attack, which looks bad, and I might boost that in the future just to have it say 100%, just because, you know, but it doesn't really affect anything, so we should be good to go on that front. It actually might be better to have lower. I don't know if there's any moves that like take into account the opponent's special attack. Probably not, but who knows. So we got the Mawile on him, and now we got to take a look at the moveset. So funny enough, we need Play Rough and Iron Head, which are both moves that this Mawile hatched with. So that's 2 out of 4 done. The other 2 that we're actually going to be going for is Sucker Punch, which is just a really good move to have on a Mawile, and Power Up Punch, which you can actually replace with Sword Stance if you'd rather use it that way. But I'm going to be going with Power Up Punch at least for the start. We might change it up later on, but for now, those are the 2 other moves that we're going to be adding to our Mawile. And never mind, I just went ahead and checked, and while I would prefer to have Power Up Punch, it does seem to be an egg move only, which we're not really going to be messing around with too much. Maybe at some point in the future, if you are breeding your own Mawile, I definitely recommend at least checking out the move. It is pretty good. Basically, the way that it works is It deals damage and raises the user's attack by 1 stage. So every time you use it, your attack goes up 50%. We're just going to go with Sword Stance, which basically does no damage, but raises your attack by 2 stages. So it's good. It doesn't do the damage, which is not so great, but it does raise your attack stat twice as fast. So it's really just kind of give and take with the 2 different moves. We're going to go with Sword Stance just because it's a whole lot easier to get than Power Up Punch. So I think we can just get it as a TM. And then our other move, Sucker Punch, which we're going to be going for, he does learn at level 37. Basically, the way that move works is it has a +1 priority, but it only works if the opponent is actually planning to use an attack-based move. So it has to be trying to attack you, and then it'll work. It does 70 base power, and it has +1 priority, meaning it'll always go first unless the opponent also uses a move with an increased priority. But Sword Dance, and here we go, Mawile. That is a Nidoking, not a Mawile. Mawile, here we go. Let's go ahead and replace Growl, and there we go. Okay, cool. So we're looking pretty good now. We're looking pretty good. All we gotta do is level this girl up to at least level 37, which will put her right in line with our Nidoking, which is pretty good. And that'll get us the Sucker Punch move. We also need to focus on Eevee training, and we need to kind of do that before we even jump into training too much. So what I'm actually going to do is take a look. So I want to Eevee train in, and I made sure to check this time. It's going to be 252 attack, 128 HP, and 128 defense. So spread out between HP and defense just to make it a little more bulky, because we don't want to be getting one shot, and then the attack just because this thing is a beast when it comes to attack. I believe its base attack gets up to its attack stat gets up to around 340 without any sort of increases from its ability or from Sword Dance. So huge power actually goes ahead and doubles the attack stat from as far as I can tell, which I think brings it up to around 660 or something like that, which is, or 670, something insane, which is just, that's just crazy. That's like one of the highest attack stats in the game right off the bat. So it might actually be the highest attack stat in the game. Don't quote me on that because I'm not entirely sure, but I think it might be. Which is just crazy. So we're going to be going with that, and then if you use a Sword Stance, that's actually going to double it again, and at that point, you just do so much damage that I'm pretty sure you can one-shot most Pokemon. So we got ourselves another egg. We'll take that. We actually need to take all of these out of here because we need our power items back. So we need this one. We don't really need the one for speed. We'll toss that in here. We need HP. We need attack, and I believe special defense is the yellow one. I hope. I really do hope. I'm actually, no, it could be Power Belt. Nope, we're good. And actually, I want to go ahead and train it in defense, not special defense. So we're going with the orange one. So these are the 3 that we need. I will definitely go ahead and do a full kind of cover of all of this stuff that we've done on our Mawile throughout this episode at the end. So if you are interested in seeing that, just stay tuned, and I'll go back through everything that we made changes on. But here we go. Let's find some Pokemon. So we got another egg from our Mawile and our Ditto. I took them out of the daycare because we did need those power items, but we have our 3 power items. We are going to be training in HP, attack, and defense for our Mawile. And this, let's check the IVs on this egg. IVs 3. It's actually a whole lot better than the last one that we got. Like, way better. If we had just waited, we would have saved like 1,000, probably like 3,000 gems, honestly. But that is fine. And funny enough, actually, it had 0 special defense. That would be really expensive to fix, but let's toss these ones into our PC here, and let's go. So as far as I know, Shinx, which is right here, actually will give us some of these attack EVs. No, I'm kind of worried about my Mawile because it's only level 1, which means we might have a rough time here. So what I'm actually going to do is jump in with Mawile, switch on over to Nidoking, so we still should get the EVs, and then just one-shot it, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of experience out of this fight, and we can maybe get a couple of levels and get us up to the point where we can start just using our Mawile so things don't take as long. But there we go. You already see we got 4 levels out of that. We'll go ahead and discard that. We don't really need it. And then looking at our EVs, I forgot to put on the power item, but we got 1 attack EV, so if we put on this, we should start gaining them a little bit quicker. I want to also test and see if we don't switch out, do we still get EVs over on our Mawile? So EVs 2, and yes, we do. Okay, so this actually is going to be fairly easy. All we got to do is just grind out, I believe, Dugtrio. Dugtrio, does he? Yeah, he does. Okay, Dugtrio also gives the correct Eevee, so we can just go ahead and jump in here and grab ourselves some more experience from the higher level Pokemon. We don't need any fake tears, only real tears around here. Ah, geez, guys, I'm sure you're probably yelling at your screens right now. We can definitely fix it, but Diglett and Dugtrio give speed, which makes sense. They have really high speed. The thing is, I was looking at a list over on a website, and they had Dugtrio listed, and then underneath it, they said Alolan Dugtrio, but I thought that just meant that both forms gave... I don't know what I was thinking. I need to play Pokemon more. I need to go through and play the actual games. I should do like a series or something doing that. It would be really sad to watch. I haven't played any of the actual games in probably 10 years, but I should definitely do that. So we got our attack EVs, and I believe these Nidorenas are the things that we can go ahead and grind out for the HP EVs. So that's actually going to be fairly easy. There's a ton of these things just running around. Both evolutions should go ahead and give us the HP. And then we just need to find something for the special, or rather the regular defense EVs. All right, so we have our HP and our attack EVs all good to go. If we go ahead and check EVs 2, let's go ahead and before we jump into trying to get the defense EVs, let's head over to the shop and let's get this speed problem out of the way. I guess this is a good way to show off another little feature of Pokemon. Where are the berries at? I don't think they're on this side of the store. I think they might be, actually, ooh, I don't know. I don't know where they are. Medicine, maybe? Is the berries in here? No, they must be in vitamins here. Okay, yes, so we need one that reduces speed. And if I'm not mistaken, that's gonna be the tomato berry. So let's go ahead and buy one of these. Let's try it out. Please be the right one. And yes, speed fell. Okay, so EVs number 2. There we go. All sorted out. Now we just got to get the defense EVs, which shouldn't be too much of a challenge. Let's go ahead and put our other power item on, power belt. There we go. And let's try and find some Pokemon that give the defense EVs. So I think these Geodudes are probably going to be our best bet when it comes to getting the defense EVs. Let's go ahead and try them out. Our Mawile is just barely a high enough level that it should be able to take these things on. I'm not really going to mess with like mega evolutions or anything for this, but hopefully we can get... Yeah, there we go. Okay. EVs number 2, and that'll give us 5 defense EVs. So all we really have to do at this point is cap out our defense just by fighting some Gravelers and some Geodudes, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so we got our Mawile all EV trained. We also are up to level 36. I did go ahead and use the Pokey Designer for about maybe 10 levels there. Now we're going to head on home. I thought my rare candies were sitting in my ender chest. They were not. They're back here. And we're going to use 2 rare candies because I want to get him up to level 38 so he's the same. Actually, you know what? Let's use 4 on Mawile and 2 on Nidoking. Let's get them both to 40. We'll do Nidoking first. So there you go, and there you go. And then Mawile, you're going to get 4. We should get the move we're looking for. Sucker Punch will replace Taunt. And then we'll go ahead and get the rest of these on there. So level 40 Mawile, level 40 Nidoking. And we have our completed moveset. So going back through everything, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's review our Mawile. First, starting off with the moveset. Why did our ability change back? Odd. Okay, we're just going to leave it. But we have Adamant Nature. We have our moveset, Play Rough Iron Head. We have Sucker Punch, which actually it says the power is 80. On the website I was looking at, it said 70, so maybe they reduced the power slightly. But this move enables the user to attack first. This move fails if the target is not readying an attack. So we have our 2 stab moves, which is Play Rough and Iron Head. We have Sucker Punch, and then we have Swords Dance to go ahead and increase our attack by 2 stages, which is a 100% increase every single time that you use this move. For some reason, we lost our ability, which was supposed to be Intimidate, but that's fine. Not really the biggest deal ever. And then we have, of course, our held item, our Mawile. Let's go ahead and Mega Evolve and see how our stats change. So currently, these are our stats right now. 121 attack Keep in mind, we're only level 40, so this is nowhere near the maximum that you're going to get when you see level 100 Mawile, which we're eventually hopefully going to get to. But if we go ahead and Mega Evolve here, we should see a pretty big increase. It should actually double the attack stat, which should bring it up to 242. And it actually might also have a higher base attack as a Mega Mawile. I'm not entirely sure there. Let's see. All right, so it looks like it does not display the abilities increase. So this boosts the attack. It looks like it does not display that. Maybe it just happens at the start of a battle, and it doesn't actually do it normally. But you did see an increase there. It was a little increase, but at least slightly higher. And I think we're pretty much good to go now. So we got our Nidoking and our Mawile, 2 out of 6 Pokemon done. And of course, we need to go ahead and Poke color to, let's go with light purple. I think I need to actually, there we go. Okay, cool. So we got our colored nicknames going on. And before we go, let's go ahead and turn this Mawile shiny. We might as well. Might as well do it while we're here. We got a shiny Nidoking. Might as well get a shiny Mawile as well. Go ahead and confirm that. And actually, I think I prefer regular Mawile better. But if we're going for all shinies, might as well do it. Looks pretty good. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go and leave a like on it. Let me know down in the comments what Pokemon should I do a how to train your Pokemon video on next. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.